Briefing content. On December 9, 2024, Donald Trump was elected President of the United States. As a Republican, Trump gained the support of young voters during his campaign, who were frustrated and dissatisfied with the status quo, distrustful of politicians, and yearning for revolutionary change. In his inaugural address, Trump emphasized the need to unite the nation to achieve success and make America safe and prosperous. He stated that he would prioritize addressing border issues, continue tax reduction policies, and combat urban crime. Regarding immigration, he mentioned that he would first deport illegal immigrants with criminal records and consider retaining the Dreamers program. On healthcare, he promised to protect insurance coverage for pre-existing conditions, although specific plans are still under consideration. In terms of foreign policy, Trump indicated that he might reduce aid to Ukraine and urged European countries to increase their NATO contributions. He also expressed a willingness to communicate with President Putin to seek a resolution to the Russia-Ukraine conflict. At the same time, he stated he would not easily commit to defending Taiwan. Trump also mentioned the need to investigate the 2020 election but clarified that he would not directly instruct the Justice Department to do so. He indicated he would consider pardoning some participants in the January 6 Capitol riot. Overall, Trump's inaugural address highlighted the importance of national unity, economic prosperity, and social security, with some adjustments in specific policies while maintaining his conservative stance. He hopes to resolve domestic divisions through his success and achieve national unity. Briefing content. On December 9, 2024, significant changes occurred in U.S. politics. The Syrian regime suddenly collapsed, ending Bashar al-Assad's decades-long rule. This event was seen as a fundamental act of justice, but it also brought risks and uncertainties to the Middle East. President Biden stated that the actions of the U.S. and its allies weakened the supporters of Syria, including Russia, Iran, and Hezbollah, making it impossible for them to maintain Assad's regime. President Trump, on the other hand, believed that Assad fled because his ally, President Putin, was no longer interested in protecting him. In this changing landscape, the U.S. is closely monitoring the safety of chemical weapons and maintaining contact with various Syrian groups. Biden announced that the U.S. would continue to deploy approximately 900 troops in eastern Syria to prevent the resurgence of ISIS. Meanwhile, the Trump team is in talks with tech companies regarding online drug trafficking, seeking their support and advice in combating illegal drug sales. This reflects Trump's campaign promise to tackle drug smuggling. Overall, the collapse of the Syrian regime and the interaction between the Trump team and tech companies signify significant changes in U.S. politics during the upcoming government transition. These developments will have far-reaching implications for the situation in the Middle East and the drug issue. Briefing on December 9, 2024, new developments in Trump's Truth Social. 1. Trump appointed Kash Patel to lead the FBI. Patel, who had previously attacked Trump's critics, vowed to investigate Trump's opponents and profit from selling pro-Trump merchandise. 2. Patel also worked for the parent company of Trump's social media platform, Truth Social, where he was responsible for investigating 2 former contestants from The Apprentice, the company's founders, in an attempt to strip them of their shares in the company. 3. Trump appointed several conservative Christians to key positions, such as appointing former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee as ambassador to Israel and Peter Hegseth as Secretary of Defense. These appointments reflect Trump's close relationship with the conservative Christian community. 4. Conservative Christians are an important support group for Trump, who they believe is chosen by God and expect him to uphold Christian values. Trump has also promised to bring Christianity back to America. 5. Overall, Trump is paving the way for his governance over the next 4 years by appointing loyalists and solidifying alliances with the conservative Christian community. This reflects his emphasis on religious voters and his attempt to establish a regime based on conservative Christian values. Briefing on December 9, 2024, Trump's China policy and TikTok ban. Main points. 1. Trump proposed a 25% tariff on imports from Canada, China, and Mexico, but expressed uncertainty about whether this would lead to domestic price increases. He believes that previous tariffs on multiple countries did not trigger inflation. 2. Trump argued that the U.S. has been subsidizing countries like Canada and Mexico and hopes to achieve fair competition through tariffs. He also threatened to impose a 100% tariff on BRICS countries. 3. A U.S. court ruled to prohibit TikTok from operating in the U.S., citing its close ties to the Chinese Communist Party as a national security risk. Trump had previously supported the ban but now expressed a desire to save TikTok. 4. Republican Congressman Mike McCall proposed legislation aimed at gradually eliminating the permanent normal trade relations between the U.S. and China, promoting the return of U.S. manufacturing through tariffs, compensating businesses affected by Chinese retaliation with tariff revenues, strengthening military capabilities, and repaying national debt. Overall, the Trump administration continues to pursue a hardline China policy, including tariffs and restrictions on TikTok, to protect U.S. economic and national security interests. At the same time, Republicans have proposed a more comprehensive decoupling plan aimed at fundamentally reshaping U.S.-China economic relations. Briefing. On December 9, 2024, Democratic Congressman Jim McGovern delivered a speech in the House of Representatives, vehemently criticizing the cabinet nominees of incoming President Trump. McGovern pointed out that Trump's cabinet nominees are facing multiple scandals, including Peter Hegseth, who has been accused of abusing women. He suggested that Trump might replace FBI background checks with Fox News auditions and turn the cabinet into a junk drawer. McGovern stated that Trump is appointing out-of-touch billionaires, which is completely at odds with the expectations of ordinary citizens. He criticized Trump's cabinet nominees as either abusers of women or detached wealthy individuals, which goes against the demands of voters. Overall, this briefing comprehensively summarizes the core content of the article, highlighting the key issues surrounding the controversies regarding Trump's cabinet nominees and succinctly summarizing the criticisms from Democratic lawmakers.